Welcome back, another episode. The Season 4 finale of The Boys features a dark turn for Billy Butcher, and even before he kills Victoria Newman, the episode's opening minutes hint at his villainous shift. With Butcher giving into his more vicious tendencies and Homelander and Sister Sage gaining more political clout, The Boys Season 4, Episode 8 raises the stakes for the main characters. Butcher struggles to reconcile his anger at Supes with his humanity after understanding that Joe Kessler is the devil on his shoulder. In the Season 4 conclusion, Ryan's actions, however, force Butcher to support Kessler and the Supe genocide he proposes. It appears that Butcher will also be a formidable foe for the show's heroes in The Boys Season 5, making Homelander not the only evil character. Homelander and Butcher are quickly becoming mirror images of one another, even though they will be on different sides of the impending fight. Furthermore, a death scene from the 4th season of The Boys anticipates this course of action by highlighting the obvious bond between the two characters. Butcher and Homelander find themselves in comparable circumstances within the first 10 minutes of The Boys Season 4 finale, and the show deftly switches between them to emphasize this point. In the opening scene of Episode 8, Butcher is on his deathbed, while Kessler is still advocating for a Supe genocide. Butcher asks for a pint and starts a cigarette when Grace shows up. He accepts his mortality by giving in to his vices for the last time, knowing that he is dying. When the episode begins, he's not the only one facing his own death. The opening scene of Butcher switches to a view of Homelander examining his collection of gray hairs, indicating that the leader of the Seven is getting older. Even though he has far more time left in the show at this point, Homelander is obviously just as hooked on his own death as Butcher, and he is disgusted by how quickly it's coming. The boys allude to the similarities between these characters by depicting them facing the same problems. Furthermore, The Boys Season 4's last actions demonstrate that Butcher is just as evil as Homelander, despite the fact that he escapes death at the end. Throughout The Boys, Butcher is a more likable character than Homelander, but the show's last episode reveals that he's just as evil as the Supe. Going into the 5th and final season of The Boys, both characters share the same objective. They both want to commit genocide, albeit against separate populations. Homelander wants to make sure that the United States is only safe for superheroes by rounding up traitors and non-Supes and putting them in camps. In the meantime, Butcher intends to use a virus on Homelander that has the potential to spread among Supes worldwide. It goes without saying that Butcher and Homelander will both appear as antagonists in upcoming episodes of The Boys. This heightens the tragedy of their ultimate confrontation as Butcher turns into the people he despises in order to exact his retribution. It appears that Butcher will always be the bad guy, unless his visions of Becca or the boys convince him otherwise. As long as his scheme ultimately succeeds, he appears content to go down with the other Supes in The Boys Season 5. For more videos, subscribe.